What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're doing a realistic, or super realistic I should say, Sacramento Kings rebuild after obviously they fired Luke Walton, so I thought it was only right to do the Sacramento Kings next. Before we jump right into this video and talk about the Sacramento Kings, of course I always have to ask, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Only takes 2 seconds of your time, helps out the channel a lot, and would love to see more people become part of Crush Nation. But the Sacramento Kings, man, this team is just ready to finally make the playoffs. They've had veterans here to try to, help that cause. It just hasn't worked, man. It just hasn't worked. They've extended Harrison Barnes a few times here. Buddy Hield has never been traded. He was so close to being traded. Marvin Bagley never really worked out here. There's just a ton of things that could be talked about with the Sacramento Kings team. They have Davion Mitchell. They have Tyrese Halliburton, a plethora of guards that they can go forward with in the future. It is just definitely an interesting dynamic when it comes to the Sacramento Kings. And it is finally time to maybe do a little bit of a reset retool for the Kings, I think. I was asking a lot of you yesterday in the community section what we do with this team. Like, what route do we take? No one suggested trading De'Aaron Fox, which I thought somebody would, but no, nobody did. So I don't think I was going to trade De'Aaron Fox. I just thought maybe with the 2 guards they have behind him, would the Kings consider that? I don't think so, but I just kind of threw it out there. Harrison Barnes, of course, has had an amazing season thus far. And a lot of you were saying to take advantage of him and his trade value, which I agree with. So trading him at the trade deadline makes a ton of sense. A lot of you were saying Ben Simmons, which makes sense as well. If we can find a way to bring Ben Simmons to Sacramento, I think that makes a lot of sense to get a player that could definitely help your cause in getting to the playoffs. So definitely I'm going to be on the lookout for maybe a Ben Simmons idea here. That would be awesome. But we'll see. I'm going to go ahead, though, and submit this first season. We probably will stop at the trade deadline because there are some players here I want to trade. Marvin Bagley I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of Buddy Hield. I want to get rid of Harrison Barnes. There's a ton of guys here that we can trade away in order to capitalize on some value. Try to get some other pieces here. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But for now, if we look at the rotation for now, how it's set, De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Barnes, Rashawn Holmes, Metu, Davion Mitchell, Mo Harkless, and Terrence Davis, Tristan Thompson. We'll go ahead and leave that all the way it is, and we'll simulate to the end of season number 1 and probably stop at the trade deadline to make some type of move in order to take advantage of one of these guys' trade value. We're definitely trading at least Marvin Bagley this season. Additionally, today's video is sponsored by Prize Picks, which is a DFS player props app that's matching up to a $100 deposit when you use my code Crushables. Let me show you. Prize Picks is a DFS app where you're literally facing no one other than the numbers. You're just facing the projections. Let me show you some of my past entries. So on this one, I decided to do a power play where I decided to bet the over on Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes. The power play was able to 3 times my money, and Rudy Gobert and Harrison Barnes were both able to hit, which mounted me to $150. On this one, I did a flex play with LaMelo, Fred VanVleet, Joe Harrison, Gordon Hayward. Unfortunately, Joe Harris was only like 3 points off. If he literally hit one of his threes, I would have walked away with $100. So unfortunate, but that's just what happens. But I didn't walk away with nothing, as I was still able to win $32 after only betting 21. So I didn't walk away with nothing. So you can decide whether or not you want to do flex plays or power plays. Feel free to use my link in the description. Of course, you can always ask me on Twitter if you have any questions, and use my code Crushables when you sign up. So we really haven't had an injury this season at all, other than Buddy Hield recently getting hurt, and we still suck. We're still the 15th seed in the West. Like I said, Buddy Hield recently got hurt. So we probably won't be trading him as of right now. Harrison Barnes and 2K isn't doing all that great, I'm assuming, because 2K's shot tendency just sucks on him. But here we are for sure trading Marvin Bagley. That is one person we will be trying to attempt to get rid of, because obviously his future with Sacramento is probably no longer existent with everything that's been going on. So it is time to find a way to get rid of Marvin Bagley, trade him to a team that makes a ton of sense. I mean, basically, you're trading to Marvin Bagley to probably a young team that, has the advantage of maybe giving him some minutes. So I'm thinking of the Pistons, the Thunder, maybe even the Magic if they wanted to take a flyer on Marvin Bagley. But I'm not trading Marvin Bagley to like a veteran team. Like, we're not going to get Sabonis. That doesn't make a ton of sense for Indiana to do that. Although, to be honest, maybe it would make sense for Sacramento to do that, but I just don't see that happening. So we're not going to go with that trade. So the Pistons, though, speaking of Isaiah Stewart, what happened yesterday was absolute chaos. Yeah, that was a crazy situation. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But Christian Wood is available here, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, the Rockets, we could do a swap of Christian Wood for Marvin Bagley. That could be interesting, because the Rockets are obviously in a rebuild mode. So maybe we give up a little bit more here, but I would not mind that. That move I might come back to that if I don't see anything better here. The Spurs are not going to give up Keldon Johnson, Sons Jalen Smith, Minnesota first round pick. I mean, potentially. potentially that's an idea. And then last but not least, the Portland Trailblazers. So the one I thought that made the most sense and that helps us right now is definitely this move where we get Christian Wood. I do like this move a lot. I think, can we remove these 2 trade items? Maybe like just so like a Marvin Bagley for Christian Wood swap, and maybe we give up like a few second rounders, maybe just to kind of sweeten the pot. Maybe I feel like that makes some sense, right? So Christian Wood for Marvin Bagley. The Rockets are rebuilding, so they take a flyer on Marvin Bagley. They take advantage of Christian. Well, at the same time, actually, you know what? I think the Rockets, if they're trading Christian Wood, they at least would like to get a first-round pick out of it. So we shouldn't be in the department of trading first-round picks, though. So I'm going to go ahead and trade like a lottery protected or like a top 10 protected 2024 first for Christian Wood. And just like that, the Houston Rockets accept. And the Rockets, you know, get a young player they can take a flyer on, give some minutes to. And we get Christian Wood, who's going to immediately come in and be, I would say, pretty helpful to this team, for sure. So if we take a look at the rotation, they don't even want to start Christian Wood. And to be honest, I got Christian Wood to set up for something bigger in the future. I'm sure you guys can already guess what that is. But Christian Wood and Tristan Thompson. Obviously, I don't want Tristan Thompson to start. We're going to go ahead and play Christian Wood at center, though, for now. We have tons of big men in the rotation. I don't like that. Oh, hey, Luke Walton's still here. What are you doing here, man? You're gone. Alvin Gentry's the head coach now. How can I promote him? The easiest way. Team. I guess maybe team. Yeah, Alvin Gentry is the head coach now. I don't know if that'll stay that way, but, you know, Alvin Gentry's been a solid head coach in real life before, so I could see a world where he stays. We'll, you know, figure out the rest of this in the offseason. But, okay, that's fixed now. But let's go ahead and fix the rotation like I wanted to. Reason why I was about to do that is because it was a dumb rotation. So, Fox, Halliburton, Harkless, Harrison Barnes. So they don't want to start. Wait, where? Oh, Buddy Hield's hurt. That's right. Okay. All right. Well, this will fix itself eventually. But Christian Wood, I 1000% want to start over Tristan Thompson. No reason for that. And then Alex Lynn's not in the rotation anymore, so that's good. And then Metu plays a big man spot as well. So tons of big man. We'll fix it in the offseason. I'm not worried about it right now. So let's go ahead. Possibly similar to the trade. We might actually stop the trade deadline as well. So let's see. Another trade I'm obviously thinking of is getting Ben Simmons from the 76ers. I usually don't make this many trades in the first half season, but it does make a ton of sense to take advantage of Harrison Barnes' trade value. So Ben Simmons and the 76ers, obviously. I might be kind of hard to trade for him right now because I'm assuming the 76ers are competing, and Simmons is obviously playing because the CPU is always going to put Simmons in. So let's go ahead and try to maybe work out a trade to get Ben Simmons. I don't know. I know Ben Simmons wants to play in California, which is why this trade could make sense. So obviously you have to throw Harrison Barnes in there, who's been having a great season. Buddy Hield being thrown in there as well. They have to throw in a little bit as well to us. And then I know, let's say, like, what else could I give them? Maybe that would sweeten the deal. Metu, Tristan Thompson, Mitchell. I don't know. Let's just say those two guys, and then they throw me Isaiah Joe. They're still a little bit off, so maybe I have to throw someone who is making like $2 million. Georges Nang. How about Springer? Okay, so Jaden Springer. And we all know, obviously, Sacramento, or this team, 76ers want a lot. And, the Kings were desperate here. We're trying to make the playoffs. So getting Ben Simmons should help that cause. So let's say, obviously, we trade our 2024 pick. So we technically could trade our 2022 pick here, which we probably shouldn't be in the department of doing that, to be honest, because this pick's going to suck. But if we do get Ben Simmons here, this might actually make us really good. But again, I don't know if we should be trading first round picks. We obviously can't trade our 2023 because we just traded our 2024. So we could trade our no, we cannot actually. Okay. Well, yeah, the only pick we could trade here is 2022. Which, okay, what if I just offer this straight up? Let's see. They do not. Yeah, I was about to say, it's going to be hard to trade for them right now. So let's say maybe a lottery protected. Would this be like good if it was lottery protected maybe? Okay, just like that. Ben Simmons finally gets out of Philadelphia. Again, we don't know what a Ben Simmons trade is going to look like. We know what Daryl Morey wants, but will anyone ever give that up for Daryl Morey? I don't think so. I think Daryl Morey is going to eventually have to cave in. So that's why the trade wasn't all, the best it could be. But we traded our first round pick away, and we just like that, we retooled a little bit. Alrighty, I was not expecting to do this fast, but now we have De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Mo Harkless, Ben Simmons, Rashawn Holmes, Christian Wood, Davion Mitchell, Tristan Thompson, and Metu. So that is kind of our rotation right now. I do not want to start Rashawn Holmes, though. I do want Christian Wood to start because it makes sense, starting next to Ben Simmons. Christian Wood could space the floor at center for us, shooting 33%. from 3. So yeah, I like that a lot. Mo Harkless is going to have to be the starting small forward for now. We have a large protected pick, of course. And then Christian Wood, definitely want him to take some shots. But Fox, good, obviously. But now we have a Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox duo with Christian Wood down low. So yeah, definitely a little bit of an aggressive trade deadline, I would say, before I've done anything. Or I usually don't do this much in the first season. But hey, we're done now. Let's send it to the offseason. Let's see if this gets us into the play-in potentially. I doubt it. But we'll retool a little bit more in the offseason, obviously, to make this team even better. But we're desperate to finally make the postseason, which is why these moves were made. Although we did not make the playoffs, or the play-in, I would say, we definitely had a better record down the end of the stretch, I would say. We definitely improved a little bit. But hey, we'll have our first-round pick, which is good. But we did not make the play-in or the playoffs. We were too far gone this season, it looked like. So looking at the player stats, we had 24 from De'Aaron Fox, 17 from Ben Simmons, 16 from Christian Wood, 13 from Halliburton, and 11 from Terrence Davis, 11 from Rashawn Holmes, and 10.5 from Davion Mitchell. Okay, well, similating the playoffs, let's go ahead and see, how this goes. Who's win the championship real quick, as we have the Miami Heat going all the way, winning in 6 over the Golden State Warriors. Okay, Miami, I see you. The first step to this offseason is going to be the draft lottery, which we are projected the number 7 pick. Thankfully, this pick is protected, so we're going to get it back. I was surprised they still accepted the trade with it being protected, but okay. So Grizzly won the 14th pick. Let's see. Actually, it might take too long to get, so let's just skip this. Okay. If we could jump up at all, that would be huge, but I'm not expecting it. Let's see. We end up with pick number 7. So we didn't go down. We didn't go up either. But hey, at least we didn't go down, which is usually what happens. So number 7 for us. Awesome stuff. We have this pick, but next year we won't have our draft pick. So looking at perimeter D, let's go ahead and get some guys here. So we'll go ahead and grab him. Fix our coach situation, Josh Longstaff. And then I'll go ahead and grab one more. I see a lot of post D coaches, so I'm just going to grab... I did. Okay, there's Herb Hill, so we'll go ahead and sign him. Okay, that is going to be our coaching staff. Let's go to the draft now. On draft night with the 7th pick, is there anyone else I feel the need to trade right now? So Simmons, De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Rashawn Holmes, Christian Wood. I do like Christian Wood, or Rashawn Holmes is a backup big man, so I'm not going to trade him away. Davion Mitchell, of course, is not going anywhere. Alex Len, no reason to really trade him. Terrence Davis, not. Yeah, so nobody I'm really looking to trade right now. So let's just go ahead and jump into number 7 here and kind of see what we can snag here. So at this point, is best available. Really is. Like, I don't know if we should be taking another guard, though. But if Jaden Hardy's on the board, I don't know, man. Michael Foster's on the board. Okay, so Jaden Hardy falls to you. We have already so many guards, but at the same time, that is just a blessing. I'm taking him here. I'm taking Jaden Hardy, and I don't feel guilty about it. That's obviously going to be a little bit more competitiveness with the guards that we have, but that's okay. And we'll go ahead. We have more guards on the board, and I'm just going to take another one. So we're just going to cause absolute chaos here in our team with so many damn guards. So Tristan Vucevic, Alan Flanagan. I'm not taking another one, though. I'll take Kadari Richmond. Okay, so that's it in the draft night. So just like that, Jaden Hardy falls to us at number 7. I don't think I could pass up on that. It just was too good of a deal to move on and not take Jaden Hardy there. So player options, Metsu and Ramsey, and then qualifying offers, Louis King and Nemus. I'm not gonna pretend to know I know how to pronounce that name. So okay, let's go to free agency. Damian Jones, nobody I'm really too worried about, obviously. So looking at our rotation now, we have De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell. We have Halliburton and Jaden Hardy now, which is going to be interesting. Terrence Davis, Springer, are guys that are going to be there for depth purposes, but probably not going to be playing a ton of minutes. Okay, so the guards tandem is good. Small forward, though, is where we could improve. So we have Ben Simmons and Metu, then Rashawn Holmes and Christian Wood, obviously. So I think what I want to do is I obviously want to get a starting small forward this offseason. So am I able to use... Looks like we have our full mid-level, which is good. So can we use this on Joe Ingles? Okay. Danny Green. Pat Connaughton, which could be solid. He is 6'5". James Ennis, Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Jackson. Tony Snell. Who do I want to be my starting small forward is the question. Joe Ingles, a little too up there in age for my liking. Hassan Whiteside. Caleb Martin. Or Cody Martin, I should say. 6'5". We could slide him to small forward. He's a restricted free agent. Could start him. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Batum could be Danny Green, Connaughton. So I'm thinking either Connaughton or Cody Martin if we're able to get him. James Ennis. So Cody Martin's a little bit younger. So I'm going to go ahead and give Cody Martin a 2-year deal. I'm not going to pretend to know which of those guys is the better one. They both look the damn same, Cody Martin, Caleb Martin. But if I move him to small forward, hopefully he goes up in overall. I usually never sign. Yeah, he does. So just like that, we have a new small forward in Cody Martin, which is nice. So we'll have him as like a 3-and-D starter. And then we probably need like a backup power forward, I guess. Myers Leonard. Nope. Daniel Tice will go ahead and sign something like that. Okay. Well, that is our offseason. So just like that, we walked away, I would say, pretty good. So Jaden Hardy out of the draft. Got Cody Martin in free agency. And we got Christian Wood going down in overall. Rashawn Holmes obviously being the same. Davion Mitchell up 5. Simmons up 2. Alberton up 6. And then De'Aaron Fox up 3. So yeah, the progression's treating us very well. I mean, I could definitely see this team making the playoffs this year. I don't see why not. I think it's definitely there. I definitely think it's possible. So we're going to go ahead with our heads held high going into the second season with all these moves we've made. Obviously, it is time to get into the playoffs, which is what Sacramento has been desperate to do for so long. Power ranking is going to land us at number 5. I feel pretty good about our chances here. De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Cody Martin, Simmons, Rashawn Holmes, Davion Mitchell, Christian Wood, Jaden Hardy, and Daniel Tice. So the only thing I don't agree with, obviously, is Rashawn Holmes starting over Christian Wood, because obviously Christian Wood's going to space the floor next to Ben Simmons more than Rashawn Holmes would. So we'll roll with that. So just like that, that is going to be how we roll with it. Proficiency wise, we're 4-star, pace and space. We can go up at, nope, we're going to go ahead and leave it pace and space. Let's go ahead and simulate this second season with all the new moves we have made. Can this team finally get rid of the playoff drought and make the playoffs? So very disappointing way for the season to end. I will say though, the injuries were hitting us pretty hard this year. There was a lot of players in and out of the rotation, so that might have played a huge part of it. But only 11 seed, one standing away, 1 seed away from being a play-in team, which could potentially boosted us into the playoffs. But unfortunately, yeah, we did not get into the postseason, which is unfortunate because obviously we are desperate to make it. But player stats wise, we had 22 from De'Aaron Fox, 20 from Simmons, 15 from Halliburton, 14 from Christian Wood, 13 from Davion Mitchell, and 12 from Jaden Hardy. Rashawn Holmes with 12 as well. Cody Martin with 6. So yeah, unfortunate. We did not get into the postseason like we planned on doing. We go ahead and take a look at the standings. The Sacramento Kings before have been pretty close. We were 1 game away from getting into the playoffs, or play-in. So very unfortunate circumstances, but hey, we still have time. It's not over yet. We're obviously not ending the rebuild on that, so we still have time to get to this team to the playoffs, but I know fans in real life would start getting a little impatient. So let's go to the draft lottery. Obviously, this year, the 76ers are going to own our draft pick. It's going to convey this year as they get number 3 via us. That is definitely heartbreaking. Okay, so they got the 3rd pick for Ben Simmons, and we didn't make the playoffs. Damn, okay. That is pretty unfortunate. So staff signing Alvin Gentry. We'll keep this all the same. Let's go to the draft now. And let's just kind of see if we want to do anything. Rashawn Holmes, I mean, we could take advantage of him, maybe trade him away for something. I don't know. We'll see. But on draft night, I don't even think we have a draft pick. We might have a 2nd rounder, but not going to jump in and draft. Whoever they take, I'm sure I'm fine with. So MJ Rice, welcome. Player options, Halliburton. We'll accept all these, of course. Qualifying offers, none. And then I think we have a free agent in Christian Wood, who I would like to retain here, I think. Makes a lot of sense next to Ben Simmons. Unless if we were like planning on going, a different direction and going with someone else. But I think I'm cool with just keeping Christian Wood around. So Christian Wood will go ahead and resign to play next to Ben Simmons. And then Will Barton's a free agent. Looks like we can also grab like another solid addition to this team. So De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell, Halliburton, Jaden Hardy, which we're cool with. Cody Martin, Kadari Richmond, Simmons, and then Rashawn Holmes and Christian Wood. So one thing I think I saw that I kind of like the idea of is bringing in Nerlens Noel as like a backup big man. And that actually makes Rashawn Holmes a little bit more expendable if we wanted to go ahead and try to grab Nerlens Noel here. So just like that, we got Nerlens Noel, which, like I said, makes Rashawn Holmes a little bit more expendable. So what we could do is execute a trade and trading Rashawn Holmes this offseason. Now, I'm not sure what for, but there's a possibility we could get something good for him. So we could make this trade again with the Philadelphia 76ers, where we trade Rashawn Holmes and a 2nd round pick away for Forkin Korkmaz and Kevon Looney, if I could say that correctly. So basically, Rashawn Holmes would be ultimate insurance for Joel Embiid. As we know, Joel Embiid, typically misses some games in the regular season, which is why the 76ers would potentially do this trade. So just like that, we go ahead and grab Furkan Korkmaz, who is going to be some nice depth at the small forward spot, compete with Cody Martin as far as the starter is concerned. And then, yeah, I feel pretty good about that now. So we have some center depth next behind Christian Wood. So now we can move on and go straight to player progression, kind of see how it treats us. I imagine, it treats us pretty, fairly well. So Halliburton up to an 89. We got Jaden Hardy up to an 83, Davion Mitchell up to an 85. Just again, so many damn guards here that are just really good. So that's kind of our best. And you can even argue we could play Ben Simmons at guards, just a ton of guards. Christian Wood, not sure why he's going down in overall. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but he is. Noah as well also goes down 1 overall, but we can live with that. So, all right. Well, going into this season, I mean, it is time to make the postseason. It really is. I mean, it is time. There's no reason not to make it other than, I guess, injuries if it really hindered us that much. But it's time to get there. We got to make the playoffs. There's no excuses now. We have tons of talent here. So take a look. De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton, Cody Martin, Simmons, Nerlens Noel, I guess, is going to start. Not sure how I feel about that. Davion Mitchell, Jaden Hardy, Christian Wood, and Furkan Korkmaz. Okay, proficiency-wise, we're sitting at a 4-star pace and space. And then other than that, that's our best system. So, yeah, I guess we'll listen to 2K starting Nerlens Noel. Don't love that, though, with the spacing of Ben Simmons, but whatever. So let's go ahead, simulate to the end of this 3rd season. We got to make the playoffs, man. We got to make it. So this team does their best impression of the Phoenix Suns. Basically what I'm saying is, after not making the playoffs for a while, we finally got to the playoffs, and we were even a higher seed than a lower, 6, 7, 8 seed. We were the 1st seed in the West, so we have to feel great about that. Sacramento fans would be happy to see that. Obviously, not a long time not making the playoffs, and to get the 1st seed, your first time in the playoffs would be awesome. So, MVP Trae Young, Victor Rookie of the Year, Tata Washington 6th Man of the Year, Giannis Defensive Player, Joe Holmgren's your Most Improved Player, and Nate McMillan your Coach of the Year, 60 and 22 on the Atlanta Hawks. Brandon Harrison's your executive. So, all right, man. All-NBA first team: Trae Young, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Embiid. And here's your All-NBA second team: LaMelo, Lonzo, Zion, Mobley, Jokic. No Sacramento Kings players representing, but again, we have to feel good, man. We really do. So, looking at the player stats, we go take a look real quick. We had 24 from Mr. Fox, 19 from Halliburton, 18 from 19 from Simmons, 18 from Halliburton, 17 from Mitchell, and 13.5 from Jaden Hardy, and then 13 from Christian Wood. So awesome stuff all around. Shooting wise, 31% from Christian Wood, 40 from Hardy, 37% from Mitchell, 43% from Halliburton, and even Ben Simmons attempted some threes. W. And then Fox, 32%, 37% from Martin, 35%. Okay, so awesome stuff. Definitely love what we got out of this team, and hopefully we didn't just make the playoffs and that's it. Hopefully we can make a deep run here. That's what we want to see. So Minnesota, we got Gortman, Edwards, Watson, Porzingis, Towns, Vanderbilt, Naz Reid, McDaniels, Leandro Barmero, and Maxi Kleber. Okay, well, here we go. Simulated current round. Are we healthy right now? I definitely got to look at that. Halliburton's actually day-to-day with a knee injury, so that might hurt us a little bit. So somebody current round, and we are going to beat them at 6. So we got out of the first round. Did we get out of the first round healthy, though? Davion Mitchell is going to miss some time day-to-day. So not a big injury, but he's still going to miss some time. Okay, so I feel good. We got out of the first round, but now we get to play the Thunder of all teams. As we know, the Thunder are usually pretty tough to beat. So would not be surprised if we get eliminated. Let's go game by game. So game 1, we're up 1-0. W. 27 points. Absolutely blew them out. So if we could keep that energy up. Okay, no, we can't. They win game 2. They beat us by like 15. Okay, game 3 is important. They're up 2-1. Okay, we cannot afford to go down 3-1 to the Thunder. So let me shrink this rotation a little bit. Christian Wood is hurt. Not good at all. All right, here we go. 8 best players playing. Can we even it up? No, we're down 3-1. And we're going to... Nope, not yet. Okay, so here we go. Game 5. Everyone is injured, man. That's not good. Okay, that is going to be what's probably going to hurt us. All right, here we go, man. Let's see if we can force a game 7 and bring them back to Sacramento. That would be awesome. Golden One Center, I think is what I believe the Sacramento Kings Arena is called. So if we could force them back there, we do. So we're going to game 7 now in Sacramento. So that is huge. Do we have any injuries? Everyone healthy? Yes, we have a full healthy rotation. Here we go, man. This is huge. We got to win this. We got to win this. And this gives us a ticket to the Western Conference Finals. If we beat the Thunder here, that's big because the Thunder, usually get pretty good in this game. So, can we prevail against Oklahoma City Thunder? It's looking good so far, but it's a pretty close game. 93-107. It looks like we might have this under wraps. 105-121. It looks good. It looks like we're going to win this. 113-132. Just like that, we come back and we win. 117-135. Ben Simmons triple-double. That is what you love to see. Even tempted 2 threes. Now, if Simmons not hitting them, at least he's attempting them. Okay, now we get to play another team. New Orleans, a team that usually ends up being pretty good, obviously. Devontae Graham, Keontae George, Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Zubac. And by the way, I actually did a Pelicans rebuild on Sunday. So if you Haven't seen the Pelicans super realistic. It is out there on Sunday. All right, here we go. Game 1. Let's go, baby. Game 1. We're up 1-0. Great start. 28 points from De'Aaron Fox. Keep this up. Keep this up. Okay. Game 3. Damn, man. 2-1. It's not. It's scary out here. Okay, here we go. Come on. Let's beat New Orleans here. Let's take this team down, man. Come on. Can't go down 3-1. We cannot go down 3-1 to Pelicans. It's not in our best interest, and it is not gonna matter. Okay, 3-1. All right, man. This might be all she wrote here. So here we go, man. We're down 3-1. Do we have any fight left in us? Let's see. All right, this is gonna be our best shot. Christian Wood is injured once again. Christian Wood is injured. What a shocker. Okay, come on, Sacramento. Step up. Do not lose. No, don't lose in 5. Post game, it looks like we're gonna squeeze this out. 116-121. Not done just yet. Christian Wood's even playing with an injury. All right, here we go. 2-3. Come on. Game 7 is all we need, and that is huge. If we can force a game 7, that is going to be big time game 7. So here we go. Game 6, of course, first. But can we beat New Orleans to force a game 7 back and forth game? Sacramento or New Orleans starting to run away with it, though, and we are going to lose 108-131. We got to the Western Conference Finals, but it was not good enough. The Toronto Raptors are going to win the championship. Okay. Well, I have to feel pretty good about what we got. The only thing that might have to change is Christian Wood. He is just kind of, he's kind of held this team back. He is just keeps getting injured. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's time to move on. 9 points, 31%. I mean, playoffs, he was very underwhelming. So we'll see what we can get out of him. But I have to feel good about the idea. Okay, so who's a free agent? Halliburton, is he a restricted free agent, or has he still got another option? No, he's going to be a free agent. Mitchell, he's got a team option. Jaden Hardy. Okay, so we don't have to pay all the guards in one offseason at least. Okay. Well, here we go. I think inevitably a Christian Wood trade probably comes this offseason. Not really sure what's gonna, what we're gonna get, but he's just been underwhelming for this team. So we got to figure out what we're gonna do. The only thing I can really think of trying to do is get a Mo Bamba here. Mo Bamba is a little bit better shooting wise than Christian Wood, and he's also 81 overall, while Christian Wood just keeps going down in overall. So we don't have a first round pick we can trade, I don't think. So if I threw 3 second rounders, they don't agree. Okay. Do I have a pick I can throw in here? Oh, okay, I gotta throw my 2026 pick in here, so that's good. And just like that, they agree. Okay, boom, just like that, we trade away Christian Wood, we get Mo Bamba, and all we really need to do is Mo Bamba is just gonna be obviously a depth center. Nerds and Well may still start. Actually, Mo Bamba is probably gonna be your starter. I don't know what I'm talking about. So Halliburton is a free agent. Korkmaz I'm also gonna re-sign. So let's go ahead and get Furkan, Korkmaz, and then Halliburton. Of course, we're gonna match. Eventually, this team would have to definitely, kind of choose on, actually, I think Martin's a free agent as well, but this team eventually would have to choose, which guard they're going to go forward with, because you don't want to pay 4 guards a ton of money. That's just not ideal, unless if you're the Portland Trailblazers, of course, which they're paying 3 guards a ton of money. But, Ben Simmons, Mo Bamba as well. I think the only thing I really want to do now is just re-sign Martin or just get someone. So Martin, I'm just going to go ahead and re-sign him. So that is going to be it. So now we're going to go straight into this next season with Mo Bamba as our new center and see if we can win a championship. Western Conference Finals last year. Can we win the championship this year? Alvin Gentry being the coach of the year this year, 57-25. I mean, we really are our best chance. This is our best chance winning championship. Halliburton, season-ending injury is terrible, but at least we have guard depth. So that is not good, obviously. All right, well, Davion Mitchell, Jaden Hardy. So we're not even starting De'Aaron Fox right now. That is actually insane. Okay, let's fix that. So Fox, yeah, at least we have Jaden Hardy who could step in Halliburton's place. So that's pretty good at least. So here we go, man. Let's see what we can do. Can we win a championship here? We're not gonna have Halliburton these whole playoffs, so we have nothing to lose. Semi-current round against Denver, and we are going to beat them in 5. Good start. Now we get to play the Oklahoma City Thunder, which we struggled against last year. We can't beat them this year. It is what it is. So many current round against the Thunder, and we get swept. So, yeah, you know what? At least we got the Kings to the playoffs. That's all I can say. You can't beat the Thunder, I guess, in this damn game. The Thunder's become too good, man. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You got the Kings to the playoffs. I feel pretty good about that. But at the end of the day, Thunder are too good. This Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.